but he fought hard for that medal when he finally...
Quartet there is the four to beat, because this four contains the gold, silver and bronze in the individual. Bronze from the lead-off women, Christine Day. There's Noblin Williams-Mills, Anastasia Leroy and Stephanie McPherson. The gold medal winner will bring them home. They will be very, very hard to beat indeed. A closer look at the English team in just a moment. But in lane 2, Bahamas go. They're looking to front-load their team. Christine Amertil and Shawnee Miller. Not such strong athletes in Lanise Clark and Miriam Byfield on legs 3 and 4. And the defending champions, but a totally different quartet. In fact, after they won the title in Delhi, 3 of the quartet who... This is an entirely new, of course, is the line-up. Tobago fairly strong as well. And the rain is teeming down again. So it's a switch here for England, because I've got to go around the anchor leg in the heat. She goes off first. And Kelly Massey by 400 in the
close up to me.
Using her versatility.
Your lane is... Which role you in Tante?
Zone. Okay,
final of the 4x400 meters underway. Who will get the baton around safely? Who will the bronze medalist in the individual? Christine Day leading them off to out strongly, and it will be very, very difficult to catch. But Christina Hordigu, who's been having a run of not running that quickly, but she's been finding a little bit of form recently. Good opening leg as well from Patience George of Nigeria. But Hordigu, if you know the way she runs, you know that she should have something left in the home straight. And this elongated stagger, very difficult to see exactly who's out in front at the moment.
Well, she's up against some familiar figures here. Amertil not going well for the Bahamas. They've got off to a terrible start. But Christine Hordigu has done really well here in the rain. She's used to going up first and has handed over with England just about in the lead. Bahamas are right into it now. It came through very quickly at the end of Nigeria there, England. The Aussies, it's going to be anybody's game this. Jamaica have got such strength and depth there. In Jamaica, you can always hand the gold medal to them, but Nigeria and England, Aussies, good news for England, just putting a bit of daylight between themselves and the rest.
And Noblin Williams-Mills is simply flying through a curtain of rain here at the moment. She's won so much in the sport, but a very, very strong run as well from Regina George on the second leg for Nigeria. She'll take in Nigeria, put a little bit of distance between themselves, and Shayna Cox give it on to Kelly Massey now, but it's Jamaica out in front. Anastasia Leroy taking it. She wasn't a medalist in the individual, and Regina George just getting in the way slightly of Kelly Massey. She took it on for England.
Yeah, and that helped Lauren Wells just get a little bit closer as well. So the Aussies have got leg for England will be Anika Onura. The battle being really forward at the front there. Nigeria not giving it straight to Jamaica. You'd expect them to win this, but Kelly Massey will want to give Anika Onura a little bit of a cushion as she can. Lauren Wells went out really hard there, and their young talent Morgan Mitchell is on the rain. It's Jamaica from Nigeria, and England still in third.
And what a challenge Nigeria throwing down to this powerful Jamaican quartet. What a run from Ada Benjamin, and she may give Nigeria the lead for Ashadi Abu Ghan on the anchor leg, but it's the gold medalist for Jamaica as Stephanie McPherson has it. And here goes now Anika Onura for England. And England at the moment with a decent lead over Australia. Morgan Mitchell has it for Australia, a semi-finalist in the 400. But what a battle out in. Perhaps she went off too strongly, too quickly. Stephanie McPherson is there, and England a long way clear of Australia in third over through the teeming rain on this Glasgow evening. And it's Stephanie McPherson, gold medalist in the individual. Does Shadi Abu Ghan have anything for Nigeria? She's trying to close, but Stephanie McPherson is and gold for this Jamaican quartet. Nigeria take the silver, and England come through to take the bronze, and Anika Onura, 200-metre runner, almost tying up and tiring to the line, but England get bronze. Pretty much. Well, look at the changeovers and a Shotgun Fraser Price. Well, Shaloni Calvert knows that it's all done and dusted there. As you say, it's such a good run because not only the running quickly, the changeovers are good, because looking at the English changeovers and a talented Manchester back in 2002, and we thought that nobody would get close. Did take the silver. Jamaicans 4x400 quartet winners of the gold medal. I think Kenya and Jamaica are still slugging it out at the top of the athletics table, the sprinters and distance events. England taking the bronze medal there behind Nigeria. There are a couple of changeovers there, and this is just sometimes happens in 4x400. It's not quite a free. There is no chance that she will be caught, and she was hunting only the time there. 41.83. In fact, now the quickest in the world this year, and the games record goes to Jamaica. And Rachel Johncock gets her embrace with Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price. So it's bronze.
That get much better, but Karen Stewart ran a really good lead-off for them. Campbell, Brown, Calvert, Fraser-Price, so much experience. Tricky conditions, wet. Could have been fraught with all sorts of dangers.
So the weather is not often like this in Scotland. Jamaica games record, Nigeria take the silver, England the bronze, and a new national record again for Wales down in 7th place.
So far, but I'm a little confused by this too. I would have put I would have left Ellington on first. I would have put Jamili on third, and I would have put, or if you're not going to do that, put Richard Kilty on first.
Sage hands. So this is interesting. I mean, they know better than us.
Usain Bolt's first experience of your new favourite song, Michael Johnson, 500 miles by the Flavors. He's got some moves for it.
Must be his too.
You're in good company.
Doing the money man, that's new. He's looking good, he's relaxed. And obviously, the Nigerian athlete there, Sabini, no, it's not Sabini. Yeah, looks like he's enjoying himself too.
Well, actually, talking about different ways of operating and they lead up to race. Adam Jamili is one of those who smiles a lot. He enjoys. He's not quite the showman, but he always looks very relaxed. And he says he smiles because he loves racing. He loves being in this environment.
I think he always said that. And he'd say, for him, Adam is kind of like, wow, he really is amazed by the atmosphere, how it all feels in second class. So really enjoying this whole environment. And certainly seeing his English boys do what he did. That was inspiring, no doubt, to get off the start really well. And look at our showman, huh?
You don't think he's just proving that he's fun after what he said last night?
I think it's difficult.
I think you inspired him, Gabby. You inspired him.
I hope I brought him out of his shell, Michael.
What is difficult though is if you're not in this moment and you're like you were trying to focus and concentrate, you're not feeling this right now, and I can see that our Englishman is not quite feeling that.
But at the same time, any other athlete, I mean, you can't let anything distract you. So all of that's going on, that's fine. It's not my deal. I'm not going to take part in it. I'm spending this time focused on my race. That's how you have to be as an athlete. So you can't let the fact that, yeah, all of this is going on around Usain and he's dancing and he's over in the lane next to me and the crowd's going crazy. I'm still focused on my race. I'm just thinking about what I need to do.
Well, the atmosphere is suitably party-like. Let's see if there's going to be a celebration for the home nation. Steve Crappage, your commentator.
Event of the track and field program, and Canada, with a few other teams in here, will be looking to try and upset the party a little bit. Jamaica, though, with that team, Kimar Bailey-Cole, the individual gold medalist in the 100 metres, Ashmead, who took the bronze, Livermore took the bronze in the 200. He's their lead-off man, and of course Bolt. A good sight of the England team. Look at Danny Talbot, all the way through that, he was a picture of concentration, and they will have to be. Adam Jamili first then. Huge cheers. What a great week it's been for Adam Jamili. He will hand to Harry, then Richard Kilty, Danny Talbot, as you saw. Watch out for Trinidad and Tobago. Keston Bledman, Mark Burns, Rondell Cirillo, and Richard Thompson on the last leg. Bahamas, Griffith, Hart, Fraser and Smith. They set a new national record in qualifying for this final. Green, Bailey, Colburn and Francis for Antigua. And just to go back to qualification, Trinidad ran 38.33. They were the quickest, Canada was second quickest, Bahamas with that national record were third quickest. Then it was England. I haven't even mentioned Jamaica yet, have I? So that gives you a sense of what England will have to do, anybody will have to do to win a medal. It's going to be tough here. Other two teams we didn't see there. Nigeria are in lane 7, they've got experience there as well. And South Africa, they might not be too far away either, all the way out in lane 8. Men's 4x100 metre final. Livermore with the baton for Jamaica. Adam Jamili's already made up a metre or so of him, but Canada are going well just outside. Gavin smelling for them. Just watch the changes. It's a good one for England and a good one for Jamaica. So Jamaica, England, Canada in this. Trinidad a little bit distant. Now to Richard Kilty. Kilty's got the back for England. Are England going to be in the lead here? But Jamaica coming hard round the top end. And it changes hands to give it to Danny Talbot. England lead this. But here comes Bolt. Bolt's got the baton in his hand. And Usain Bolt streaking away. Thompson chasing England down. But Usain Bolt takes the title. It's Glasgow gold for Usain Bolt and Jamaica. And let the party begin again. He came, he conquered, and we're all very happy that he did. Jamaica with a new Commonwealth Games record, gold medal. England ran really well, taking the silver just ahead of a strong Trinidad and Tobago team. But it was always going to be about Usain Bolt once he got the baton, and that was really the important thing for Jamaica, obviously. And the thing about them is they never get it wrong. This Jamaican team, it doesn't matter who's in it. You know, there's no Nesta Carter, there's no Johan Blake. They have people to choose from. In they come, 4 fast men, get the baton round, give it to the big man, away he goes. Games record, there you are. I want to come to the party as well. Why don't we all just get down there and join in, eh?
He is the great entertainer and the greatest sprinter of them all. Was there ever any doubt? The only concern was would they get the baton round, but they've not only taken gold, but you mentioned that games record. That was England's games record as well from 1998. But everybody wants to see this man to get a signature to touch greatness, and he is such a star. The changeovers were good. The changeovers were pretty good from England. We'll have a look at them again in a minute. I'm just noticing Richard Kilty, when he changed over hands there, there was just a little bit of a pause, but England still coming through to take the silver anyway ahead of Trinidad and Tobago, but Jamaica strike gold again. I think all the headlines that have been, and there are always going to be headlines whenever he came, some positive and then the occasional negative one, right or wrong, but he is such a star, and everybody who's come here tonight will be able to say, I saw the great Usain Bolt run in the flesh in years to come. And I saw him dance to the Proclaimers as well. So let's have a look at it from gun to tape. And I noticed Nigeria made a bit of a botch of things early on, and it was a pretty strong quartet, and Canada, in fact, were out of things as well. But the changeover was strong for Jamaica from Livermore to Bailey Cole. Kamar Bailey Cole, the 100 metres gold medalist. Big talent, and here's a little bit close and clustered, handing on to Nicol Ashmead, but Richard Kilty here, the goodness, and watch the change of hands here, and just for a moment, just a slight delay there, but never any contest between Danny Talbot, unfortunately, for England and Usain Bolt. And very nearly Richard Thompson bearing down on Danny Talbot, but Usain Bolt dipping to the line again, just chasing a tide.
Yeah, just to make the point that De Grasse of Canada didn't get the baton, and he could have been a threat to England to Danny Talbot on the last leg. As it was, of course, Bolt away and gone. England then able to hold Richard Thompson off for the silver medal. Well, Jamaica were always the favourite, but let's bring Michael in and just have a little look at the England team and what he thought of their performance tonight.
Yeah, Steve, Adam Jamili got a fantastic start. I mean, he's already starting to make up ground right there on the Jamaicans, and that speed endurance from the 200 meters pays off. Great handoff right there to Harry A.A. Harry reaches a lot, but he is catching up to the Jamaicans as well. He's all front side, not a lot of backside. Another good handoff, another good exchange there to Kilty. He's running a really nice bend here. Got to change hands. That's a problem. Cost him a little bit of time there. Another really good handoff. Richard Talbot running here against the 2008 Olympic champion and Olympic silver medalist in Richard Thompson over there and holding them off. That was a great performance by him as well. Good on the English team all the way around. Kilty again here with the handoff a little bit low. Got it though. You got to give those guys a lot of credit. This is a great performance. There were a lot of teams in there. The Nigerians, as we talked about, they could have made a mess of it for the English team, but They made a mess of a handoff actually on the first exchange. Trinidad and Tobago, really, really talented team. On paper, faster than the English team. Good catch by the official there. But nice work for the Jamaican team, nice work for the English team.
Just to reiterate the point about, well, nice catch from the official, but talking about the baton, handling the baton, I think Richard Kilty actually just readjusted the baton, and thankfully he did that pretty well to hand it over to Danny Talbot. Well, everybody enjoying their lap of honour, and the Canadians did have a chance there, but you do have to get it round, and they were very much in the race. Interesting, this Jamaican team. I was just looking at Bolt there. He was even looking at the time. I just wonder whether he thought, ooh, we might be running pretty quick here, because it's a good team. Not as fast as some of the people they've had in the past, of course. Well, there's a lucky lady and a lucky young lady there.
What sort of form do you think he's in individually, Usain Bolt? I'm just watching him move there with a leg.
Oh, do you know what? He's hoping to run a couple of races after this, and it'll be great to see him have a second half of the season. He's so important to the sport, as we were talking about earlier on. You know, there's a World Championships next year. We'd love to see him back and competing at his best. And you know, Richard Thompson has been one of the best this year, but you know, Bolt, even near his best, is still going to be number one. Not quite sure. He looks good, doesn't he? He looks relaxed, and whatever problems he's had, he looked as though he was moving nicely, and I think he's enjoyed it. It's not that warm tonight, but Bolt looked as though he was flowing pretty well. But this is the important thing. He came, he's the star that everybody wants to see, and look at what it means to all of the people who've come, bought tickets to be here. And it's been a great night in Hampden Park. It's primarily from England. You know, we've been winning medals all over the place. It's been excellent, great atmosphere. But he is undoubtedly the star of the show.
I think only 2% of those selfies are going to actually work. They are going to come out.
So, result of the final event of the track and field programme, a games record, the gold medal to Jamaica, 37.58. England, an excellent silver medal for their quartet, 38.02, beating Trinidad and Tobago. They took the bronze medal, and the South African team ran a new national record to finish fourth.
So, despite the rain and the appalling conditions, a new games record there for Jamaica, and a really great experience to be in the stadium while that race was being run, and won eventually by Usain Bolt.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, I think that speaks to the conditions. It stopped raining earlier. The Jamaican women set a new games record. The Jamaican men set a new games record. So the weather was not that much of a factor, obviously, because they were flying around this track. Yeah, I mean, this is what, as Steve said, this is what it's all about right here. Usain Bolt here. I think it's been a great combination, actually, of a lot of great competition. You take that men's 100 meters, it wouldn't have been as great a race, to your point earlier, Gary, with Usain Bolt in it. It wouldn't have been as great as entertaining of a race. Getting to see him at the end of the competition, I think it's absolutely fitting to get to see him run. And this also, Colin, is as close as we could get to what you said yesterday would be the absolute best thing we could possibly wish for, is him getting it 5 meters down. Yeah. That's about as close as we're ever going to see to him getting it behind. He was a step or so behind at that point, behind Talbot. So, you know, we got to see him put on a show. He didn't get a chance to just kind of waltz through this thing and cruise home like he got a chance to do yesterday. And that was good for this crowd to see, because everyone was wondering as well, how good a shape is he in? Is he going to be able to actually catch these guys?
In terms of where he's in the middle now of the 4-year cycle, is it possible for him to be at the very top of his game still in 2 years' time and to do the unprecedented in the way?
It is absolutely possible for him to be at the top of the heap. You know, and now, is he ever going to run as fast as he ran in 2008, 2009? I don't think so. I think that the injuries are going to continue as you get older. It's more difficult to stay healthy. The injuries have helped him, because he's been forced to take time off. He was forced to take this season off. He loves to race. He loves to be out here in front of the crowd anyway, and I think that the injuries have done him a service, actually, for the future. So I think that he'll be fast enough, you know, in 2 years' time. to defend his championship and win an unprecedented 3 in a row of gold medals. He's going to have to manage his body. He's going to have to be very, very careful in terms of his race schedule, even next year. And we've seen that, though. You know, and
he wouldn't. Do you think that he would race in the World Championships next year? He wouldn't pull that off his schedule.
No, I mean you would want to go into the Olympics as the world champion, and next year is that's what you want to add that to your CV as well. You want to be world champion as many times as you possibly can. You would not possibly. He wouldn't want to sit home and watch that. And I don't know that that would do him any good. Anyway, I think that may do him a disservice. You want to go into that Olympic season, 2016, coming off of a very good and solid season.
I mean, Glenn Mills, the coach of the majority of the successful athletes we've seen out there, the Jamaica sprinters, Usain Bolt, obviously Jon Blake, Kamar, he is so meticulous in the way he prepares his athletes, and for him it's very important that his athletes perform at the major championships at the right time. I remember after the Olympic Games in 2012 when I sat in the airport with Glenn and we were chatting about Usain's 100-metre performance, and he said to me, "Do you know, Colin, I was disappointed." I was like, "Why were you disappointed?" He said, "He could have got that world record in the 100 metres." And it was great to hear and see that the coach is still really positive and it's really inspiring his athletes to still go a little bit better, even though they may be superstars.
Well, there you can see the England quartet who came home for the silver. Let's see what that does to the medal table. There have been lots of silvers for England, as you will see. Yep, they're in 4th place. 13 silvers, more than any other nation. 5 golds, but it's Kenya who lead with 10, 10 and 3, and Jamaica 10, 3 and 6. Australia ahead of England. So convert a few more of those silvers, and in